I was reading in Daniel chapter 1, and it struck me how relevant it is for us today. Daniel and his friends had been taken into exile by King Nebuchadnezzar of Babylon. They were young men far from home, surrounded by a foreign culture, and pressured to conform. Part of that pressure came when the king offered them food and wine from his own table. It was meant to be a privilege, but also a way to make them conform to be more like the Babylonians. Daniel was a little bit wiser, and he made up his mind not to defile himself with the king's food. Instead, he asked for vegetables and water. Well, at first glance, it just seems like a simple diet, right? No. This was spiritual. It was about devotion. Daniel was making a stand. I won't be sustained by Babylon's table. I will be sustained by God. And after 10 days, he and his friends were stronger, healthier, and wiser than all of the others. That same choice is before us every day. The world spreads its table before us with everything that it has to offer. The shows we watch, the voices we listen to, the articles we read, the conversations we join. All of it feeds something. And whatever we feed is going to grow. If we constantly consume the things of the world, fear, lust, gossip, anger, negativity, our flesh grows stronger while our spirit grows weak. But when we choose to feast on God's word, when we drink deeply of his presence, when we guard our eyes, our ears, and our mouths, something shifts. Our spirit becomes sharper. We hear his voice more clearly. We carry his presence more strongly, and our light for Christ shines brighter in a world that's growing darker. The distractions will always be there. Social media, the news cycle, entertainment, endless noise. And I'm not saying ignore life or put your head in the sand, but as a follower of Jesus, we are called to be different, to be set apart, to be holy. So here's the question we all have to wrestle with. Are we eating from the king's table of Babylon or from the table of the Lord Most High? One leads to compromise, and the other is going to lead to life eternal.